Have you ever woken up in the morning with that shooting pain running down your leg that makes you wonder if you'll even be able to get out of bed? That sharp, burning sensation that starts in your lower back and radiates all the way down to your foot, making every step feel like you're walking on broken glass? If you're over 60, chances are you've experienced this nightmare at least once, and you're probably nodding your head right now thinking about the last time it happened. Here's something that will shock you. While 40% of Americans over 60 will experience debilitating sciatica pain at some point, in Japan, that number is only around 15%. Even more incredible, many Japanese seniors in their 70s and 80s move with the flexibility and ease of people decades younger, climbing stairs without hesitation, gardening for hours, and living completely pain-free. The difference isn't genetic luck. It's not expensive medications, and it definitely isn't surgery. The difference is a simple daily practice rooted in ancient movement principles that you can start doing today in your own living room without spending a single dollar. In the next few minutes, I'm going to show you exactly 3 movements that have helped thousands of people over 60 find relief from sciatica pain when painkillers and injections failed them. These aren't complicated yoga poses or dangerous stretches. These are gentle, targeted movements that address the root cause of your pain, not just mask the symptoms. Before we dive in, drop a comment below with your name and what state you're watching from. I love knowing who's joining me on this journey to a pain-free life. Now let me be completely honest with you. Sciatica isn't just about a pinched nerve, although that's what most doctors will tell you. The real problem is that after decades of sitting, driving, working at desks, and moving in repetitive patterns, the muscles around your sciatic nerve have become so tight and imbalanced that they're literally strangling that nerve every single day. Think of it like a garden hose that's been kinked. The water is trying to flow through, but something is blocking it, creating pressure and pain. Your sciatic nerve is that hose, and your tight piriformis muscle, your compressed lower back, and your weak core are the kinks. The 3 movements I'm about to teach you work together to release those kinks one by one, so that nerve can finally breathe again. The first movement comes from a Japanese rehabilitation technique that focuses on what they call the spiral release. This isn't about forcing your body into painful positions. It's about using gentle rotation to create space where compression has taken over. The first movement is called the seated spiral release, and it's going to target that deep piriformis muscle that's likely the main culprit behind your pain. Here's exactly how you do it. Sit on a firm chair with your feet flat on the floor, hip-width apart. Make sure you're sitting up tall, not slouching back into the chair. Take your right ankle and place it on top of your left knee, creating a figure 4 shape with your legs. Now here's the key part that most people miss. You're not going to push down on that right knee. Instead, you're going to keep your spine long and slowly hinge forward from your hips, as if you're bowing to someone with great respect. As you hinge forward, you should feel a deep stretch in your right buttock, right where that piriformis muscle lives. Hold this position for 30 seconds, breathing deeply and slowly, allowing your body to relax into the stretch with each exhale. Don't bounce, don't force it, just breathe and allow gravity to do the work. After 30 seconds, slowly come back up, switch legs, and repeat on the other side. What makes this movement so powerful for people over 60 is that it doesn't require you to get down on the floor, it doesn't put pressure on your knees, and it directly addresses the muscle that's most commonly responsible for sciatic nerve compression. Do this movement twice on each side, and I promise you'll feel the difference immediately. The beauty of the seated spiral release is that you can do it anywhere. Watching TV, waiting for your coffee to brew, or even at your desk if you're still working. Consistency is what matters here, not intensity. Now that we've released that piriformis muscle, we need to address the second major source of sciatica pain, and that's the compression happening in your lower spine itself. This is where the second movement comes in, and it's based on a principle that chiropractors have known for decades but rarely teach their patients. It's called the pelvic tilt reset, and it's going to decompress those vertebrae in your lower back that have been squishing together for years. Here's how you do it. Lie on your back on a comfortable surface, a yoga mat, or even your bed works perfectly. Bend your knees and place your feet flat on the surface, about hip-width apart. Your arms should be relaxed by your sides, palms facing down. Now, imagine you have a bowl of water balanced on your lower belly, and you're going to try to spill that water toward your chest by tilting your pelvis. To do this, you'll gently press your lower back into the floor, flattening the natural curve in your spine. You should feel your abdominal muscles engage slightly. Hold this position for 5 seconds, breathing normally, and then release, allowing your lower back to return to its natural arch. That's 1 repetition. The magic happens when you do this slowly and mindfully, 10 times in a row. What's happening during this movement is remarkable. Every time you tilt your pelvis and flatten your lower back, you're creating space between those compressed vertebrae. You're essentially giving your spinal discs room to breathe and hydrate, which is critical for healing. For people over 60, this movement is particularly valuable because it strengthens the deep core muscles that support your spine without putting any strain on your back, neck, or joints. These are the same muscles that weaken as we age, leading to that hunched posture and chronic back pain. By doing the pelvic tilt reset every single day, you're rebuilding the foundation that keeps your spine healthy and your sciatic nerve free from compression. The third movement is the game changer, and it's the one that most physical therapists don't teach because it seems almost too simple to be effective. But I'm going to let you in on a secret. The simplest movements are often the most powerful, especially when they're done correctly. This movement is called the nerve glide, and it comes from a technique called neural flossing, which is exactly what it sounds like. You're going to gently floss that sciatic nerve to help it move freely through the tight tissues that have been trapping it. Here's exactly how to do it. Sit on the edge of a sturdy chair with your back straight and your hands holding the sides of the chair for support. Start with both feet flat on the floor. Now, slowly extend your right leg straight out in front of you, flexing your foot so your toes point toward your face. At the same time, tilt your head down, bringing your chin toward your chest. Hold this position for just 2 seconds, then reverse it by pointing your toes away from you while lifting your head and looking up at the ceiling. That's 1 complete nerve glide. Do this movement 10 times on your right leg, moving slowly and smoothly, never forcing or jerking. Then switch to your left leg and repeat. What you're doing here is literally helping your sciatic nerve slide and glide through the tissues surrounding it, breaking up adhesions and reducing inflammation. Think of it like dental floss cleaning between your teeth. That nerve has been stuck in one position for so long that it's become irritated and inflamed. By gently moving it back and forth, you're restoring its natural mobility and reducing the pain signals it's been sending to your brain. For people over 60, this movement is incredibly safe because it doesn't require any twisting, bending, or putting weight on painful joints. You can do it while watching the morning news. And after just 1 week of daily practice, most people report a significant reduction in that shooting pain down their leg. Now that you know all 3 movements, let me show you how to combine them into a simple 7-minute routine that you can do every single morning or evening, or both if you're dealing with severe pain. Start with the seated spiral release, doing 2 rounds on each leg, holding for 30 seconds each time. That's about 3 minutes total. Then transition to the pelvic tilt reset on your back, doing 10 slow repetitions, which should take about 2 minutes. Finally, finish with the nerve glide while sitting, doing 10 repetitions on each leg, which takes another 2 minutes. 7 minutes total, and you've just given your sciatic nerve the relief it's been desperately crying out for. The key to making this work isn't doing it perfectly once. The key is doing it consistently, every single day, even on the days when you're feeling good. That's the difference between temporary relief and lasting transformation. In Japan, they have a philosophy called Kaizen, which means continuous small improvements. They don't believe in dramatic overnight changes. They believe in showing up every single day and making tiny improvements that compound over time into remarkable results. That's exactly what this routine is about. 7 minutes a day might not seem like much, but after 30 days, you'll have invested 3.5 hours into your spinal health. After 90 days, that's over 10 hours of targeted relief work. And I can tell you from the hundreds of people I've worked with, by the time you hit that 90-day mark, your sciatica pain will be either completely gone or so significantly reduced that you'll wonder why you suffered for so long. If you made it this far, it's because you're serious about taking control of your pain and your life, and I want to be part of your journey. Look, I know you've probably tried other things before. Maybe you've spent money on treatments that didn't work, or maybe you've been told that surgery is your only option. But here's the truth. Your body has an incredible ability to heal itself when you give it the right tools and the right movements. This channel exists for people exactly like you. People over 60 who refuse to accept that pain is just part of getting older. Every single week, I share simple, proven exercises and techniques designed specifically for people dealing with real pain and real limitations. If you subscribe to this channel and hit that notification bell, you'll get a new strategy every week to help you move better, feel stronger, and live without the constant fear of pain holding you back. This isn't about becoming a fitness model or running marathons. This is about you being able to play with your grandchildren without wincing, go for walks without worry, sleep through the night without waking up in agony, and feel confident that your body is supporting you, not fighting against you. Hit that subscribe button right now because you deserve to live the rest of your years with strength, mobility, and freedom from pain. Your best years are still ahead of you, and they start right now. Drop a comment below with your name, your age, and your state. Tell me if you're going to try this routine, and I promise I'll respond to as many of you as I can. Let's do this together.